How you doing? Mr. DJ is back tonight. Counting down, resume countdown of WTBC's Top 30 survey. The week of July 18th, 1973. Woo, we got some jams on here. See, I like playing the Lost 45s. The standards, they're okay. The overplayed songs, they're okay to do. And there's quite a few of these on this survey, and I'll be dropping in some Lost 45s from Billboard's Hot 100 from the week of July 14th, 1973 later on. But right now, a song debuting at number 25, July 18th, 1973. God, dog, one of the best songs the Four Tops ever did. Levi Stubbs on lead vocals. Are You Mad Enough? Big and Bad Enough? It's from the movie Shaft in Africa. This was when the Four Tops had joined the ABC Dunhill Records. They had left Motown around 1972-73, and they signed with ABC Dunhill. Four Tops, not unusual for them to change record labels. When they first started out, they started in the 50s. They called themselves the Four Ames. They signed with the Chess record label, Chicago-based Chess Records, the home of Chuck Berry and Muddy Waters. They signed with Chess record label in 1956. And they changed their name to the Four Tops because they didn't want their name confused with the Ames brothers, who were very popular back in the mid to late 50s. Nothing happened on Chess. And that's the thing about the Four Tops. They didn't have any hit records. They couldn't generate any hit records. After Chess, they were with about 3 or 4 different labels, including the Red Top label and also the Columbia record label. Chess was a big record label. I mean, you would think this would be a huge break for the Four Tops to get on with Chess, but it just didn't happen. But they played live. They developed their stage presence. They honed their performing skills. They performed at supper clubs. And eventually, Berry Gordy hired them at Motown. Berry Gordy, the head of Motown. Want you guys on my roster. Joined Motown around 1963. But initially, they recorded jazz records for the Workshop label, which was affiliated with Motown. But here's what happened. 1964. Oh God, I can't emphasize this enough. The legendary production songwriting team of Brian Holland, Lamont Dozier, Eddie Holland, producing hit records by the Supremes starting in 1964, a conveyor belt of hit records by the HDH team. Come See About Me, Stop in the Name of Love, Baby Love, Where Did Our Love Go? Holland, Dozier, Holland. Well, they got on it with the Four Tops. They had this instrumental track that they had developed. They didn't know what to do with it. And one day it was like, let's take this instrumental track, let's put some lyrics on it. Let's develop this into a pop record for the Four Tops. They need a hit. They sure did. HDH gave Four Tops their first hit record. It was called Baby, I Need Your Lovin'. Went to number 11, 1964. And the Wake of It, Sugar Pie Honey Bunch, the same old song, Ask the Lonely. Of course, Something About You, one of my favorite Motown records. Now, you talk about a backbeat. Remember the backbeat? Boom, 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 boom. The Funk Brothers laying it down. But by 1972, actually maybe a little bit earlier, in the early 70s, well, about 1972, 71, Motown had changed. They moved their operations to Los Angeles. Some of the older school acts like Martha and the Vandellas and the Marvelettes were either dropped from the label or they just weren't paid any attention to. They were throwing all their emphasis, Motown was, on Michael Jackson, the Jackson 5, Rare Earth, and Diana Ross as a solo artist. Those were the flagship artists of Motown in the early 70s. That was probably one of the reasons why the Four Tops switched to the ABC Dunhill record. And boy, it really worked at first. Oh, the jams, the scintillating R&B, the lush productions that even rivaled that of Philadelphia International. Keeper of the Castle, fall of 1972. One of the great jams by the Four Tops. And then there was Ain't No Woman Like the One I Got. And now we got Are You Man Enough in the summer of 1973. Number 25, a debut on 1230 WTBC's Tuscaloosa Top 30 Survey.